Well, new tonight, thinking about fabric as more than just clothes.
Eyewitness News at Drexel University for the opening of the Pennsylvania Fabric Discovery Center. The 10,000 square foot center includes space for design, production, and testing of functional fabrics. The goal of the center is to engage, collaborate, and innovate with companies working to integrate textiles into their products.
The School District of Philadelphia and Drexel University teaming up today to break ground on a new public school building in University City. The district will lease the building at 36th and Filbert from Drexel, and it'll be the home of two schools. It'll house both the Samuel Powell Elementary School and the Science Leadership Academy Middle School. City leaders are encouraged that a local college is investing in the city's public schools.
St. Christopher's Hospital for Children officially off the market. Drexel University and Tower Health are teaming up to buy the hospital. Negotiations between the companies began last week, and a bankruptcy judge just approved the sale.
Drexel University honored former Philadelphia Eagle and magician John Dornbos for his innovative thinking and perseverance. Dornbos was presented with the inaugural Charles D. Close School Resilience Award. This happened tonight in Center City during the first ever Innovation Can't Wait celebration.
This is PBS NewsHour Weekend, Sunday.
The faded and peeling labels do little to celebrate just how remarkable the contents of these boxes are. Sitting in a basement of Drexel University in downtown Philadelphia, they hold one of the most comprehensive records of the city's musical history. The recordings of Sigma Sound Studios.
When you think about Stax, Motown, Muscle Shoals, Philly has to sit in there.
Well, curious children took center stage at Drexel University's Bossone Research Enterprise Center. Philly Materials and Engineering hosted a workshop for young learners today, showing kids how science and math play a role in our daily lives. The showcase includes live demonstrations designed for students in middle and high schools. This year marks a 10th anniversary for this educational event.
For our GMA cover story, in August, Leah, a mother of two, says she was diagnosed with mesothelioma, an aggressive and deadly cancer of the lungs and abdomen. Major health organizations say it's almost always caused by long-term exposure to asbestos.
She was exposed to elevated levels of asbestos in the two buildings in which she taught. It would be a causative factor in her developing her mesothelioma.
Coveted snow days could soon become a thing of the past as more schools opt for cyber snow days.
In the last year, research shows at least 8 states are trying this new workflow.
When you weigh the pluses and minuses, I think the positives of offering some sort of virtual school days outweigh the negatives.
Dr. Kozak, a professor at Drexel University, points out there are some challenges.
Some districts have one-to-one where everyone has an iPad, or they have a Chromebook, they have something like that. But a lot of districts do not.
Going to school isn't just about academics and friends anymore. Students are now confronting safety issues and fears about violent attacks. Even being prepared with active shooter drills is stressful.
I do worry that our children are going to think that they have to constantly be on alert.
Engineers at Drexel University are making hundreds of face shields for Philadelphia hospitals.
For the engineers at Drexel University, figuring out how to make these coveted face shields was a no-brainer.
It's a pretty simple design altogether, just trying to make them as fast as possible and get them out to all of the healthcare workers who need them.
A Drexel University engineer has invented a simple, inexpensive backup ventilator to help save lives in the fight against COVID-19. Marek Svoboda has been working on a breathing vest for COPD patients. He thought that a request from Penn's health system last month was impossible. Create 500 basic ventilators in 2 weeks. But his startup, Right Air, built a prototype in just 5 days, and he's sharing his design now with the world. And get this, it's disposable.
Which is fantastic for this particular application because we have COVID-19 infected patients and we don't want to have this issue with disinfection and a lot of equipment which needs to be cleaned.
Early reports show African Americans are contracting and dying from COVID-19 at alarming rates. Cheryl Barber, who's with Drexel University, is weighing in on why this trend is happening.
It's due in large part to the structural inequalities that have existed in Black communities for decades, right? And these structural inequalities are a result of structural racism.
And joining us now with more is Karen Weaver. She's an associate professor at Drexel University. She's also a former championship-winning college head coach and athletics administrator.
Well, if we don't have any college football, estimates have been up to $4 billion in losses from this particular season. If we have no regular season, postseason, bowl gaming, national championship game, we don't have any chances there. So that's why the efforts are so great to try to save the season, because it supports all of the other sport offerings that Division I programs offer.
One financial expert tells us there's no doubt the coronavirus is impacting our economy, but this rate cut could help you.
The virus and the fear surrounding it and the concern about potential impact on the economy has made financial markets very volatile.
Drexel University Assistant Professor of Finance, Greg Neely, used to work at the Federal Reserve Board. He tells us the Fed's rate cut is good for consumers.
Officials are urging Americans to be aware of a surge in scams that's related to coronavirus.
There is no vaccine right now, but
people are getting calls purporting to come from the CDC, and the individual saying, reserve your vaccine, give us your credit card number and your social security number.
A new coronavirus testing site will soon open in North Philadelphia. It's part of a push by the city to expand testing in underserved communities. It opens tomorrow on a trial basis at the 11th Street Family Health Services Center. It's run by Drexel University. The drive-up site will open on Tuesdays.
A building on the campus of Drexel University is now a 7-story canvas meant to inspire conversation in this time of social distancing.
Students set up this real-time interactive exhibit tonight on Nesbitt Hall. This is 33rd and Market Streets. There are quotes and topics to discuss, and people can weigh in on Twitter and watch it on Twitch.
A major construction project in Wyomissing hit a significant milestone today. The Drexel University College of Medicine at Tower Health topped off with officials watching the placement of the final 30-foot steel beam. The building is expected to be finished in time for the 2021-2022 school year.
It was a big day for 269 first-year medical students who attend Drexel University's College of Medicine. The white coat ceremony, which marks the beginning of their medical careers, was held virtually today. Along with getting their doctor's coat, each student had to recite the physician's pledge. And from all of us here at Action News, congratulations on that.
The Academy of Natural Sciences has reopened with some creative reminders of the need to mask up and social distance. There's a new exhibition to explore, Survival of the Slowest,
which was a hugely popular exhibition about the evolutionary benefits of being slow.
Anna Beyer photographed this week's cover story for Time magazine. The recent Drexel University grad, her photos were also featured there as part of the pages for that big special called Generation Pandemic. What's even more impressive, Beyer did the entire photo shoot remotely. She FaceTimed friends, interviewed them, and talked them through how to position themselves and the camera. Beyer, who graduated this year, says she started the project as her senior thesis.
Chapter 3 is showing off the city skyline as Philadelphia's landmarks are all lit up in blue and gold to celebrate Drexel University's graduating class. You can see Boathouse Road lit up for the Forever Dragons and Citizens Bank Park wishing the class of 2020 well. The university was not able to hold an in-person graduation due to the virus, so this gesture is meant to honor the Forever Dragons. Congrats, guys.